Hi everybody, my name is Eolo Perfido and I am a photographer and creative director based in Rome. I'd love to welcome you to my Xiaomi masterclass supported by Leica and dedicated to the world of black and white photography. I am specialized in portraiture, advertising and street photography. And over the past decades, my work has been featured in many magazines, having the privilege of working with the best international communication agencies. Since 2016, I've been a Leica ambassador, and right now I am a Leica Academy instructor in portrait and street photography workshop. In my career, I dabble in both color and monochrome. However, in my personal project, I often choose to capture moments in black and white. These classic art forms allow me to focus on the essence of the subject, conveying emotions, narratives, in a pure and introspective way. In portraiture, black and white allows photographers to capture the personality and emotions of their subject in a single frame. Monochrome portraits inspire introspection and become a visual legacy. They preserve memories and tell timeless stories. While in street photography, black and white elevate it to an art form that thrives on spontaneity and keen observation. It demands an educated eye for composition, light and timing. It's about anticipating the decisive moment when all elements align, capturing compelling images, finding harmony in chaos and discovering beauty in the ordinary. Black and white photography has a long and rich history, dating back to the early days of photography itself. While color photography offers a more realistic depiction of the world, black and white photography has a unique and powerful aesthetics that continues to captivate viewers and photographers alike. The philosophy behind black and white photography encompasses various aspects, including artistic expression, storytelling, and a focus on the essentials of any images. Monochrome photography often embraces simplicity and minimalism, stripping away the distraction of color to emphasize the core elements of a composition. By removing colors, photographers can draw attention to shapes, texture, lines and contrast, creating visually striking images. The presence of a solitary subject within a metaphysical environment can evoke a sense of isolation or deep contemplation. The fact that the subject turned to look at the hot air balloon in the sky may suggest a kind of attraction towards something beyond or greater than oneself, a connection to a broader world or a desire to escape from the surrounding reality. When a person shows their back, it creates a source of barrier or separation between them and the viewer. This can make the subject more enigmatic and less accessible, fueling curiosity and interest in their story or emotions. The subject is still facing away, which may suggest an atmosphere of uncertainty and anonymity. The person moving away beyond a corner amplifies the graphic element and contributes to creating a sense of depth and separation. The effect of geometric lighting can further emphasize the artistic aspect of the image and add a dimension of strangeness and mystery. Black and white photography transcends the specific area in which the image was captured. The photograph becomes more abstract and focuses on the essence of the subject. This quality lends itself well to capturing enduring moments, making black and white photography a popular choice for documenting historical events, street photography, and portraits. This incredibly touching and beautiful elderly woman is cleaning the family grave. The morning is about to give way to the harsher light of the day, and the woman is tired and she sits down with the broom in her hand. This may suggest a different scene. A woman with an oar in her hand, seemingly slowly navigating towards her loved ones who are no longer there. An old gentleman is reading a book seated near the window of a shop. The pages appear to be turned by the wind. The man seems to have forgotten about the life around him to just focus on what is happening on the book. However, life around him continues, represented by people walking along the sidewalk and the slight movement of the passerby. An old man gazes at the river beyond the bridge, and the water seems to define areas within which the figure of the man finds his natural space. Also, this man is facing away, touching his head with a very intimate gesture that adds mystery to his hidden face. Whenever we look at someone's face, we never imagine how they appear from behind. But when we look at a photograph of someone from behind, our imagination always tries to fill the absence of a gaze. We have a classic black and white street photography shot, a puddle and life reflected within it. In this picture, two elements confront each other. On one side, a folded leaf floats on the water, representing things gone by. But life continues to the subject who braves the rain and prepares to jump over the puddle. It has the ability to abstract the subject matter, transforming it into shapes, forms, and patterns. By reducing the visual information to its basic elements, photographers can create images that go beyond literal representation, allowing for a deeper symbolism and interpretation. Then we have these low-angle perspective pictures of a passerby that points at something. However, this hand from that perspective becomes something else. It's a graphic element that stands out against the sky and engages a dialogue with a series of other graphic elements composed by the towering architectures. The image is a form of abstraction where its content is defined by a relationship between all the different graphic elements in the frame. Statues are just static objects. However, the low-angle captured gesture that appears to lead the movement of the bird gives to the photo a very strong, dynamic component. To finish, black and white photography offers a unique platform for artistic expression. It allows photographers to experiment with light, shadow, and composition in a way that emphasizes the fundamental elements of an image. Through the use of contrast, tonal range, and textures, photographers can create images that are visually compelling and thought-provoking. For example, in this picture, three women's gaze in a typical framing that creates a triangular relationship among different elements in the frame. The triangular composition offers several aesthetic advantages. Firstly, it creates a sense of balance and harmony in the image. Triangles are stable and visually pleasing geometric shapes that can only balance the image and create a focal point for the viewer gaze. Additionally to that, triangles can create a sense of depth and perspective, guiding the eye through an image and generating a feeling of movement and dynamism. Shadows are powerful graphic elements in photography, especially in black and white. For example, the shadows of the tree on the left seems to suggest the figure of a monk, while the shadows of the subject on the right that is checking his smartphone looks like a figure that is just absorbed in a prayer. In summary, black and white photography revolves around simplicity, minimalism, emotion, abstraction, and artistic expression. By removing color, photographers can focus on the essential elements of an image, evoke emotions, create classic aesthetic to engage viewers through the power of visual storytelling. And now, it's time to move to the next lesson. Follow me on the street of Rome, where we will talk about black and white and street photography.
Xiaomi.